Through a pandemic that sparked an economic recession and financial volatility, America's 10 largest companies kept getting bigger by every conceivable metric. The 19th annual Forbes Global 2000 list ranks the world's largest public companies with composite scores of market value, sales, profits and assets captured during the 12 months ended April 16. For the biggest companies in the United States, all those statistics have grown larger. America's top 10 public companies recorded combined sales exceeding $2.2 trillion, up 29% from last year, profits of more than $316 billion, up 17%, and assets greater than $13.2 trillion, up 5%. Their combined market value also ballooned 87% over the past year to roughly $9.6 trillion. JPMorgan Chase held onto its spot as America's largest public company for the third consecutive year. The behemoth bank's total stock return soared more than 81% to about $153 per share in the year ending April 16, outpacing the 52% total return of the S&P 500 over that same period. The New York-based bank was approved to dole out $29 billion in Paycheck Protection Program loans, which were intended to help small businesses impacted by COVID-19, the most of any financial institution. Its assets have grown approximately 17.5% in the last year to $3.7 trillion, pushing JPMorgan up one spot on the global ranking of biggest publicly traded companies to know. 2. Usurping the state-run China Construction Bank. Coming in again at No. 2 in the US is Berkshire Hathaway, billionaire Warren Buffett's Omaha-based holding company. Despite suffering $49.7 billion in losses when the pandemic began in the first quarter of 2020, the largest loss in its history, the company has rebounded, posting an $11.7 billion profit for the quarter ended March 31. At age 90, Buffett also named a successor last month, Greg Abel, the current CEO of Berkshire's energy division. Apple landed at No. 3 overall on the US list, after weathering supply chain issues as its Chinese factories briefly suspended operations in the early months of 2020. The Cupertino, California, tech titan traded spots with Bank of America, now ranked No. 4. Additionally, Apple was No. 1 globally in terms of both profit, $64 billion, and market value, $2.2 trillion. Google parent Alphabet, Microsoft, Citigroup and Wells Fargo also landed in the top 10, with rankings that were similar to past editions of the Global 2000 list. But 2 new companies managed to get into the top 10 list. As many Americans chose to avoid in-person shopping during the pandemic, companies focused on e-commerce benefited. With Jeff Bezos stepping down as CEO in February 2021, Amazon vaulted to No. 5 in the US overall, up from No. 13 in 2020. The Seattle-based company was No. 2 in the world in terms of sales, which ballooned by some 30% in the last year to $386 billion. Further growth appears likely. Amazon's share of domestic e-commerce sales will increase from 39.8% in 2020 to 40%.